Hello students, this is again Pulkit Agarwal with the second chapter, and today we will be discussing the sums on the topic taught before. We will do the sums on NCERT chapter 8.1 class 10. Okay, so basically we will be discussing the sums timely and with due respect that you can also solve one of the type of sums. You can take help for practicing RS Agarwal. You can take help from there. You can solve RD if you are going very good because it has some tricky and difficult sums. ठीक है ना? So main focus should be on first NCERT, then you go on to RS. Then if you feel that you have a hold in this part, trigonometry, then you can shift to RD Sharma. Before that, please don't jump into RD on the first case. Never try to jump on the difficult part of your syllabus very initially. Take time with the easier part, then to the medium part, and then to the difficult part. Don't rush to being a Superman or hero to solve it very curiously. Take your time. For example, we'll move into the first sum. As you can see here, in ABC right angle triangle at B. So according to the words, right angled at B, but obviously we'll go in chronological order. ABC, AB equals to 24 and BC is equals to 7. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, if this is 90 degree, this will be the hypotenuse. AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. So we are unaware of AC square, so we will keep it as it. AB is 24 square and BC is 7 square. So AC square is equals to 576 plus 49. So AC equals to root over 625. Obviously we don't have negative values in the length of a side, therefore AC equals to 25. So we can write it as 25 centimeter. Obviously we are not using unit centimeter over here because all the trigonometric terms are a part of ratio. So that will get nullified. To follow the protocol, obviously you should write it centimeter. So now sine A, the first part is sine A. The first part is sine A. Obviously I will rub it off because I don't have space and we cannot move the page here or there because the questions are over here. So we'll take a time to rub the answers, then we'll go for the next. Sine A. So obviously we'll be looking at from here. When we look from here, this becomes our perpendicular, this becomes our base, and this becomes our hypotenuse. Make sure first you look at the angles, where are they residing, and then decide where is the perpendicular and where is the base. Hypotenuse never changes. So sine A equals to कितना हो जाएगा? P by H, that is equals to BC by AC, that is equals to 7 by 25. Same again, cos A क्या हो जाएगा? Cos A will be B by H, that is AB by AC, that is 24 by 25. This will be answer number 1. I will rub this Pythagoras part. Look into the sum very carefully and start with the basics. Obviously you will write this like using Pythagoras theorem. AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Following the protocol, that is always important because if you are writing a board exam or you are writing any exam, please make sure you explain the examiner that how the steps have been calculated, not like jumping into the steps directly. Now second one is sin C. So obviously my angle will be here. तो sin C के लिए ये क्या हो जाएगा P. So I will be writing P1 and this will be B1. So sin C will be P by H, that is equals to AB by AC, and we can draw a line over here to bifurcate it. Though AB is equals to 24 and AC equals to 25. Now cos C equals to B by H. Obviously cos C means base is BC by AC, that is 7 by 24. Sorry, 7 by 25. So this and this is your 4 answers for sum number 1. So moving on further, we can solve the sums like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 also. Okay, no, 6 till 6 you all can solve in this way. If angle A and B are acute angles such that cos A equals to cos B, then show that angle A equals to angle B. Let's solve 6 number. First, you all look over this sum and we'll move on to the 6 number sum afterwards. So take time to solve your sums. Okay, and once you grab the concept, you can take lesser time to solve it. I am rubbing from initial to end, initial to final. First I will rub this part, then I will rub this part. Then I will rub this part. So looking at 6 number, if angle A and angle B are acute angles, okay. So obviously the first part of the diagram will be A will be here, B will be here, and C will be here. A, B, C, and C is at 90 degree. If this is theta, this is 90 minus theta. Okay, let me write it correctly. 90 degree minus theta. So if angle A and angle B are acute angle and cos A equals to cos B, then show that angle A equals to angle B. Okay, so we don't have to take this as theta or 90 minus theta. We can rub out the part. Why to confuse you all? Let's take on the basic part. If cos A equals to cos B, if cos A equals to cos B, okay, so that means cos A will be AC by AB, base by hypotenuse, and cos B means BC by AB. Look over this. Cos A equals to, if this is your angle, this will be your base and this will be your hypotenuse, that means AC by AB. And if cos B is your angle, then BC by AB will be your cos. So now we can eliminate AB. So AC is equals to BC. If these two sides are equal, if AC equals to BC, then angle CBA equals to angle CAB. Since opposite sides, equal opposite sides subtend equal angles. Obviously this is a theorem. If these two sides, we can rub this off. If these two sides are equal, then this two angle will also be equal. Hence proved. This question can come for 4 marks in your school exams or board exams. This sum is very easy. You can solve it by just following the steps. Always remember to follow the steps because you have the first hint, that is cos A equals to cos B. Following the steps timely and with whatever information you have it, you will reach to the destination very easily without any doubt. Make sure you solve it in this way only whenever you solve the sums. Don't look over key, how will I reach from here till this point. Obviously I will be writing this angle A equals to angle B. Hence proved. Don't jump into reaching here. First start your position from here. If you are thinking that how will I reach here to here, then you can't start the sum even. So make sure at home you practice on the way how the sum has been formed, what are the hints given to you, start with the hints and use the hints properly with the concept of the chapter. You will steadily reach to this position. Whenever you reach this position, obviously if you are good with your class, preliminary classes 7 and 8, that this and this side are same, therefore this and this angle will be same, this is a theorem. But if you reach here and still you can't proceed till here, that means you are lacking in your preliminary classes of 7 and 8. And if you are lacking on these, you can't help with 10. So make sure your basics are clear. You can't survive any class without your basics. Okay. So make sure to clear your basics rather than solving class 10. That will create an issue for you, not for me. So make sure. Okay. So we'll move on to the next sum. Question number 7. Look into here. Cot theta is given 7 by 8. So obviously you can deduce that tan theta equals to 8 by 7. You're pretty sure for that. Or obviously you will write in your exam tan theta. Wait a second. Tan theta equals to 1 by cot theta equals to 8 by 7. Now you are given that 1 plus sine theta 1 minus sine theta by 1 plus cos theta 1 minus cos theta. So if you remember your basics, a plus b, a minus b equals to a square minus b square. So 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta and 1 minus cos square theta equals to sine square theta. That is ultimately cot square theta. That is ultimately equals to 7 by 8 whole square. 49 by 64 is your answer. So basically this one is also the same of this. So you don't need to solve again. You can directly put the answer. Obviously they will not give you both the sums. They will give you only one. Okay. Moving on further. 8 is a bit tricky. I will leave it to you. Obviously you can solve it. Make your mind clear. If you have cot over here, you can convert it to tan and then put the value over here. And then from cot, you can calculate cos theta and sin theta and put the value over here. How can you solve it? From this, you can make a diagram where 4 and 3 will be P and B. Obviously, you have to check over it. Then you can get the hypotenuse, that would be 5. And from there, you can take out each and every values, cos, sin, cosec, sec, tan, cot. That will be very easy. Putting all the values in the diagram, taking it as 4k and 3k for this sum, you will get a 5k by the hypotenuse part. and you can solve every part of the sum. Moving on further, right angle at B, tan A equals to 1 by root 3. Find the value of sin A cos C. So tan A 1 by root 3. Chalo, let's solve one of the sums. See, likewise I was saying tan A equals to 1 by root 3. So if you are pretty clever, tan equals to P by B. This is ABC. This will be K. This will be root 3K. Obviously, we are taking the common ratio as K. Let the common ratio be K. I will be making very fast. Obviously, AC will be equals to K square plus root 3 K square. K square plus 3K square equals to root 4K square equals to 2K. So this will be 2K. Now if they are asking anything, you can solve for it. Number 1. Sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. Obviously, this is the part. Number 2, I will not be solving. That will be your part. Sin A. So what is sin A? If this is your angle, so sin will be P by H. I will be putting a mark over here, P by H. That is root 3K by 2K into cos C. This is your part of the angle. So cos will be this by this, same again. That is root 3K by 2K plus cos A. From here you can see this will be K by 2K, base by hypotenuse, and sin C will be perpendicular by hypotenuse, K by 2K. Now deduct all the K's to reduce your work. That will again come to root 3 into root 3 is 3 by 4. 1 into 1 is 1, 2 by 2 is 2 into 2 is 4. That will be 1 answer. So first answer will be 1, the second will be solved by you. Obviously, if I have given a hint over here, key you have to make a triangle to solve a sum where the values of one of the trigonometric term is given. So obviously this will be followed in this also, this also. Okay. So now if you can look over 10, if PQR is a right angle triangle at Q and PR plus QR is 25. We have given this and it is right angled at Q and PQ equals to 5. So obviously you can make a triangle over here. It is given as this is 5 and it is right angled at Q. So this plus this is equals to, so we can write it as x and 25 minus x. But obviously if you put your common sense over here, and now you can use the property of Pythagoras theorem, and putting this you can find the value of x. After finding the value of x, you will get the terminologies of all the three sides. Obviously you have the one with you. Then find the values of sin p, cos p and tan p. You can go ahead with the values. Obviously this would be coming as, if you are smart enough with your Pythagoras triplet, this will be 12. This will be your 12, so this will become 13. If you are good with your Pythagoras triplet. Obviously in exam, if you are good also, you have to solve and show that x ka value is 12. Otherwise teacher would be deducting your marks for this. Moving on further, state whether the following are true or false. Justify your answer. The value of tan A is always less than 1. Now over here I will be taking a short span of time that will make you clear that values are less than 1, more than 1, or how is it going into the mindset. These true or false come for 1 marks and can deduct your 100% accuracy, reduce your 100% accuracy. So we have to look into that also. I think so this will do. See over here. For you, sin A is equals to P by H. Now take an example. Which one of them is greater, P or H? You are pretty sure P is less than H. That means over here the denominator is greater than numerator. When denominator is greater than numerator, the value is always less than 1. Sin theta is always less than 1. Now going for cos theta is B by H. Take it very seriously. This will be included in your class 11 point of syllabus. That will be the main part of your syllabus, so you can't skip it. For now, it will be a very basic part. So if you are clear with this concept, why is sin theta less than 1? So you will be understanding the concept in classes 11 also. And for now also, it is not very tedious for you. Again, B and H, obviously H is greater than B. You know that. So denominator is again greater than numerator. Therefore, cos theta is also less than 1. Cos theta is also less than 1. So take your brains very vitally. Sin का opposite होता है cosec. तो cosec would be greater than 1. क्योंकि if we reverse it, the part of less than 1 becomes greater than 1. For example, 1 by 2 is less than 1. So 2 will be greater than 1 if we reverse it. Same, sec theta will be greater than 1. Sec theta will be greater than 1. Now coming into tan and cot. Let's see who will be showing the presence over here, less or greater. Tan theta is P by B. Very clear for you. So P and B, any one of them can be greater. For over here, if you take an angle R, P will be greater than B. Common sense, Pythagoras triplet. Or obviously you can see that this is the longest side compared to P and B, not on the hypotenuse part. Now if you compare, I can make a diagram like this also. Now here P is smaller than B. So that means this can take any value greater than 0. Tan theta is greater than 0. Greater than 0 का मतलब यही होता है infinity तक we can survive. So tan theta value lies between 0 to infinity. Infinity means अनगिनत. So the value of tan theta is always less than 1. तो ये क्या हो गया? False. Sec A equals to 12 by 5 for some values of angle A can be possible. It will be greater than 1. Cos A is the abbreviation used for the cosecant of angle A. No, cosecant is used for cosec. So ये false हो जाएगा. Cot A is the product of cot and A. False. Sin theta equals to 4 by 3 for some angle. False. Because it can't be greater than 1. It will be always less than 1. So these are some tricks to be used by the teachers to make your mind clever or make your mind dull. If you are studying on the home very vitally, you will be on the clever part. If you are not, then you will be on the dull part. Obviously, you have to look into this. Where is sin theta greater? Where it will be less than 1? Why it is less than 1? The reason lies behind the hypotenuse, the Pythagoras part. Obviously, we all know that the hypotenuse is the longest side. So how can sin theta be greater than 1? So if someone corrects over here t, then he or she will get a 0. Obviously, so till here we are having this part. We will be moving on to the next chapter in the next part, where we will be discussing trigonometric ratios of some specified angles. So stay tuned with me. I am signing off for today. This is your friend come teacher Pulkit sir, and obviously please like, share and subscribe our videos to get the notifications on your phone directly. To press the bell icon over there on the subscription model You can subscribe our channels, you can share it, and please share more to your friends so that they can be helped with our part. Thank you.